Well, hey there, thanks for stopping by and welcome to another installment of The Bright Side of Nature Photography. I'm Jerry, and I am thrilled to report something to you that is due to popular demand. Viewer mail is returning to this channel. Yes, indeed. That's where you send me your emails, your questions about nature photography, and I attempt to answer them. And I just happen to have one right here. It reads, Dear Jerry, first of all, let me just tell you how much I absolutely love your work. You're simply astonishing. And I just heard through the grapevine that you're headed to Africa. You must be so excited. But my question is this: how in the world do you decide what to pack for an adventure like this? Signed, your biggest fan, B. Cohen, Setauket, New York. Well, thank you so much, B. Cohen. I'm not sure if that's a man or a woman, but yeah, it's a great question, and it's something that keeps me up at night. I mean, you see the bags under my eyes? So yes, Beth and I are headed to Africa, and you have to know that I just had a birthday, a pretty substantial birthday, a pretty big number as a matter of fact, and this is what I asked for. So we go from Vermont to Boston, to Istanbul, to Tanzania, and then to the Serengeti for 3 days, stalking what used to be called the Big Five. But now, I shit you not, some people are actually calling it the Serengeti 7. I can't make this up. So, it's lion, cheetah, elephant, leopard, giraffe, hippo, and rhino. And I learned through a source that those animals would actually rather be called the Magnificent Seven. Big animals, big egos, yeah, what are you going to do? So from there, we head west to Rwanda, where I get to check off one of my bucket list items. Things to do before I die. We get to trek to hang out with mountain gorillas. In fact, we get to do that twice. Oh, by the way, do you know the difference between a mountain gorilla and Donald Trump? No? Well, one is a big, fat, gassy, smelly creature who can't speak English, and the other is a mountain gorilla. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, to answer the question. There are things I need to pack, and then there are things I want to pack. And there are reasons why I can or can't pack something. Let's start with the one thing I gotta have. It's this combo right here. This is the bad boy of all bad boys, the Nikon Z8 and the 180-600 lens. The big boys. That's pretty self-explanatory. You know, animals off in the distance. But let's just say, for argument's sake, that critically endangered black rhino wants to come closer and check me out. Then I grab this little guy right here, the Nikon Z6 II, okay, with my 28-400 lens. And yes, oh yes, the rhino will be mine. Now, this, I believe, will be my go-to mountain gorilla lens. This is the 24-120. Now, I'm assuming I will be that close to what I believe are my closest blood relatives. And I also think that they're going to be very interested in coming close because, let's face it, the resemblance is really too spooky to be ignored. And they will want to come and get to know me. Oh, this, by the way, is a must for the Safari vehicle. And here's how you use it. You grab the big boy like this, and you put it like this, and that will, in theory, steady all of your video. Okay, and I'm going to want to use it for another reason. I paid $380 plus shipping from Australia for a fucking beanbag. $380 plus shipping. Don't ask me why. Okay, one more lens. This is the 14 to 24. Okay, why? Well, sunrises, sunsets, great herds of stampeding lesser kudus. Got it? Okay, now back to the cameras. Now I'm packing the Sony ZV-1 and I would show it to you, but I'm shooting this stand-up right now using the Sony ZV-1. So what's that? What's that? You want to see it? Okay, there it is. All right, good, happy? And I'm using my homemade selfie stick, my pride and joy. Well, you want to see that too. Okay, here it is. Good Lord, are you satisfied? Good. Okay. Two more cameras now. Here is the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I used it to show you the Sony ZV-1 and to shoot some of this B-roll. That thing's got 3 lenses, so I'll probably use it for other stuff when I'm in Africa, but I won't admit to it. I mean, it's a phone. And of course, I'm going to bring this little fella. That's my GoPro because, why not? It's tiny and it's got a little gizmo too, which I love. This, you use it to, clip it to your, situation, whatever it is you're wearing. And let's see, what else? Cameras need what? Well, let's start with batteries, of course. I'm going to take a shitload of batteries and check this out. This is my latest little cool thing. All right, you plug it in, and once it's charged up, then it will charge up your batteries, right? Even when it's not plugged in. And speaking of being plugged in, how are you going to plug in when you're in Africa? Well, power adapters, my friend, and here we go. So this is the power adapter for Rwanda, and this is the one for Tanzania. Of course, I could have that wrong. This could be Rwanda, and this could be Tanzania, but I guess we'll find out when we get there, right? Now, the other thing that camera bodies need, that would be cards. Can't take digital photographs without them. Believe me, I've tried. It simply doesn't work, and I'm bringing a bunch. So if you're going to bring cards, you got to have a card reader, like this one right here. Card reader is essential, and also external hard drives. And I'll bring a couple of those for the 10 million images I'm bound to take. And that leads to, oh yeah, this rat's nest right here. Cables. I'm up to my ass in cables. I'm not taking all of these, don't worry about that, but I'll sort it out later. I'm also told to never go on safari without this. Stuff to clean your lenses and sensors. Apparently they invented dust in East Africa, so I'd be a fool to leave these at home. And my mama didn't raise no fool. What else? Oh yeah, business cards. Why? Because somebody, somewhere in this world might want to buy an image from me and help us feed our poor starving dogs. I forget their names right now, but they are very, very hungry. Oh yeah, here's a raincoat. Here's a raincoat for the camera because I miss the rains down in Africa. I know, I should be wearing a Toto t-shirt, but I don't own one. Beth, Christmas? Now I'm told it can get chilly in the mornings there on safari, so I'm gonna bring hand warmers, duh, they weigh nothing. And I'm told that tsetse flies are still all the rage over there, so bug repellent, yes. Fly dope, this is to keep them from sucking our blood, which could lead to sleeping sickness, which is really not as much fun as it sounds. Oh, and a wireless mic so you can actually hear me speak. There it is right there. I find this to be very, very helpful when producing riveting YouTube series episodes like this one. Okay, so that's all the stuff that I know I really have to bring, but what about stuff that I really want to bring, but not sure if I can pack it all in like this? This is a 105 millimeter macro lens, you know, to get close-ups of like little guys like this. And, you know, creepy crawlies. I mean, who doesn't love creepy crawlies? Am I right? Okay, now, here's a monopod. I mean, do I bring it or not? I don't know. How about teleconverters, you know, to get that much closer to those bat-eared foxes or whatever? Here's an external monitor. Some shooters use these, but do I bring it? Will it fit? All right, let's wrap this thing up. But here's the kicker, folks. Just about everything you see here needs to go into this bag. This is the Gura Gear overhead luggage compartment bag. And folks, I'm in love with this thing. It's the Lamborghini of camera bags. Will this fit in this and not weigh a ton, since there are weight restrictions on some of these short flights? Let's see, shall we? All right, here we go. So, good news and bad news. Almost everything fit inside this Gura Gear bag. Almost everything. I mean, look at this, look at this, look at this. How sweet is that? That's the good news. The bad news is, as I was afraid of, a lot of things did not make the cut. But all is not lost, because I still have a backpack and checked luggage. So I'm going to jam that stuff into that as much as I possibly can. Wish me luck. Okay, B. Cohen, whoever you are, I thank you for your question. I hope that helps you. And if you're interested in, say, saving democracy from the oligarchs and the Nazis in the White House, then do us all a favor and hit that subscribe button. Your country will thank you. Yeah, you noticed. That is dog hair. It's all over the place. Did I mention we have dogs? And they are very hungry?
Ah.